I want to officially welcome everybody to this team training webinar. We are bringing you guys the best training possible for this team. And one of the people that I thought of when I set this goal for this year to give you guys better training, more content, concrete meat and potatoes stuff that you guys can take away and apply into your business, one of the people I thought of was Rishavy. Casey is underneath one of our most successful coaches on our team, Keisha Fitzgerald. And I know that they met on Instagram, which is just awesome and shows that this business has so much potential and so many opportunities for you guys to meet new people through avenues that you may not have originally thought of, right? And speaking of which, I met Keisha through Instagram. So just goes to show that there are awesome people on Instagram, right? But Casey has done amazing things in this business. She is a 2-star diamond coach. She earned the qualifications to attend the new leadership conference just recently held here a couple weeks ago. And I know she got to go to corporate offices down in LA and had an amazing experience there. So she has done incredible with this business. She's hit Success Club every single month that she's been a coach. Success Club All-Star there. And I'm just so excited and honored that she'd be willing to get on this call and kind of share her information with you guys. I know in one of her slides that she kind of does a little bit of an introduction. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you, Casey, and let you take it from here.
Hi, can you guys see me and hear me? Yay, all right. Oh my gosh, that introduction was so sweet. I was sitting here sweating and blushing. I loved it, so thank you. So yes, I am Casey, and on my next slide, I'll give you a little bit more of an intro. But before I do that, I wanted to give a little disclaimer and say that none of the statements have been approved by the FDA that I'm about to talk about. I'm not telling you that by consuming the product, it will cure, treat, or prevent any disease. Individual results will vary. Most find boosted energy, glowing skin, happy insides, confidence, and a toned body. And abs are definitely made in the kitchen. Okay, so I am Casey. I live in San Diego. I'm originally from Minnesota. I live in San Diego with my boyfriend, Brian, and our 2 dogs. I have been obsessed with superfoods for over 10 years. I was the weird friend who would carry a bag of goji berries and mulberries and nuts around, and everybody else would be going through the drive-thru. I went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. I graduated last March, and I'm a certified health coach through them. I have been a Beachbody coach since July of 2014, where I met Keisha on Instagram, and I was one of those people who totally skeptical about this whole pyramid scheme thing, or so I thought, and this crazy wonder shake that people were talking about. But then when I did a little bit more research, obviously I became hooked, and I also totally fell in love with a random girl off Instagram, so that helped. I signed up at first just for the Shakeology discount. I didn't want anything else to do with anything, and then obviously when you try the workouts, you fall in love with those too, and the challenge groups, the community, everything. I am a total 365er. I'm not just drinking it as a shake, but I do a lot of random other things with Shakeology, which I'll get into later, but here's me on the road doing a little fun dip with my shake, making random oatmeal things and yogurt and Shakeology and Muddy Buddies with Chex Mix. So, somebody recently asked me if I were to describe Shakeology, what I would say. And Shakeology is a nutrient-dense superfood formula because I don't like to say shake because then people just assume that you have to drink it, which isn't the case. So it's a nutrient-dense superfood formula that's packed with all the essential vitamins, nutrients, and enzymes that our bodies need. Although it does have protein, it is not just a protein shake, and it's so much more than that. That's one thing I get asked all the time. I don't, I have a protein shake and I'm like, well, that's cool, that's great, but that's not what you need. The standard American diet, it's SAD, which is, standard American diet, SAD. It's totally SAD. We need to be adding, sorry about that, we still have a landline. We need to be adding more nutrients into our diets because we're not getting enough if we're just eating the standard American diet. So if we replace 1 scoop a day into our diets with Shakeology, then that will improve our overall mind and our bodies. To live our optimal potential, we need to be giving our bodies real whole food, which I'll go into later. That's another question I get. That is this just a pulverized powder? No, it's not. We need to be adding the real whole food, exercising daily, consuming water, and getting solid night's sleep. So what is a superfood? This was actually interesting. I've never Googled what is a superfood until I think it was last night. Just because a superfood to me is exactly what these say. It's actually not a term it's not an official term. But here are a couple different things. A superfood is a nutrient-rich food that is considered to be especially beneficial to your health and well-being. Nutrient-dense powerhouse that packs a punch, reducing many risks of illness, disease, and prolongs life. And foods that have extra large doses of vitamins and minerals, which we're going to go through all of the ingredients or most of the ingredients in Shakeology, and every single one of them is a superfood. So, all right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. We all know that this superfood shake is good for us, but what are each of the ingredients' different benefits? So, here's right at the top of the list, the proteins. The protein and essential amino acids. They're the building blocks of our bodies. In Shakeology, it's high-quality proteins, which are loaded with essential amino acids, and we have to get the amino acids from our food. The protein breaks them down, which makes up the solid matter in our entire bodies. They build and repair tissues. We're getting plenty of protein consuming Shakeology and eating a healthy diet, so we need this for our whole entire bodies, every single cell and tissue and everything. All right, probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics are the good bacteria, and they support our gut health, and prebiotics are like the fertilizer for the probiotics. And prebiotics also help with anxiety and depression and stress, which is pretty freaking awesome. Digestive enzymes are the enzymes that break down our food into nutrients so our bodies can absorb them. Our bodies don't absorb food, they absorb nutrients, so we need these to help break it down. And again, it's another thing in our amazing shake. And we all hear about antioxidants and how antioxidants are in so many different foods, they're so good for us, but what the heck, what do they do? So antioxidants fight the oxidation process, which is a chemical reaction that can cause damage to a ton of cells in our bodies. If free radicals are left unchallenged, they can cause all sorts of illnesses and diseases, so antioxidants benefit by neutralizing and removing those free radicals. Okay, and the protein blend, like I explained before, we have, as all of you know, we have the vegan and we have which is plant-based, and then we have the non-vegan, which is whey protein. So it's either whey protein or plant-based protein, which is essential to immunity and muscle growth of our bodies. It also provides, like I said before, the essential amino acids. Flaxseed. Flax seeds are high in omega-3 essential fatty acids, which is a good fat. They are a great source of fiber, plant, estrogen, and antioxidant qualities, benefits the heart, and may reduce risk of cancers and diseases. The protein blend also, it's so funny because I see people say that Shakeology has fillers. If we want to talk about fillers, these are fillers which fill up your body because of all the fiber and all just the goodness that they all have. So these are our Shakeology fillers. Chia seed is a concentrated food high in omega-3 fatty acids, again, protein, carbs, calcium, fiber, and antioxidants. Fiber totally fills us up, so here we go right here. Quinoa. It's the mother of all grains. It's rich in protein, essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber. It regulates our digestive system, reduces risks of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, colon cancer, and obesity. All right. Cacao, not cocoa, not chocolate, but yes, chocolate and cocoa is derived from this. It is known as the food of the gods. It's a stimulant, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and it also protects against the cardiovascular system, just to name a few. This was one of those things where there were so many different benefits that you could only pick and choose a few. So cacao is incredible. Maca. So before I purchased Shakeology, I had a total cabinet filled with superfoods, hundreds of dollars of superfoods. Maca was one of my favorite ones, and I would slip it into Brian, my boyfriend, his smoothies, because the first time I gave him maca, he vacuumed the house. So when I give him Shakeology, he's on fire. It's pretty awesome. It is rich in vitamin B, C, and E, high in calcium, iron, zinc, magnesium, amino acids, and phosphorus. It boosts energy. That's probably why he was vacuuming our house. Sexual function, helps balance mood, clears skin, and boosts overall mood. One of the side effects that I see with Shakeology is clearer skin. I have one girlfriend who refuses to ever stop drinking it because her skin has improved so much, which is just that's incredible. That right there is going to be an instant mood booster because you're going to feel better about yourself and confident. Pea fiber supplies both soluble and insoluble fibers. It aids in digestion and may also reduce risk of malignant colon disease, heart disease, and diabetes. This one, it's Yukon, I don't exactly know how to say it, but this root is commonly used as a replacement for sweeteners. It helps regulate blood sugar levels, lowers cholesterol, aids in weight loss, lowers blood pressure. It's a cancer preventative, liver health, digestive health, and an immunity booster. You're going to notice pretty much every single one of these different ingredients in Shakeology is an immunity booster. So that's why if you drink it every single day, you're most likely not going to get sick. Chlorella and spirulina. These are two things that I also would put in all of my different little potions that I would make. And alone, they're not very yummy, but obviously in Shakeology, they're delicious. Chlorella and spirulina are both algae. Chlorella is a powerful algae that rids our bodies of toxins. Both of these cleanse your body completely. It supports hormone function, good cardiovascular health, lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. Spirulina is high in chlorophyll, protein, fatty acids, also contains a pigment which has an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties where studies have shown it inhibits cancer colony functions. Let's see, I had something else written. They also, I know another thing that I've read a lot about is Shakeology and fibromyalgia and how it helps a lot. These two, I guess, they help with muscle pain and they help a lot with the fibromyalgia. They both also purify the body, and spirulina has more beta-carotene than carrots. The acerola cherry is a fruit it's the highest in vitamin C content. Many uses from treating scurvy to heart disease as well as the common cold or sores, and athletes use it to improve physical endurance. All right. Chicory root. It eases digestive issues, aids in detoxification, prevents heartburn and bacterial infections, boosts immunity, reduces risk for heart disease. It's a natural sedative as well as protects the body against kidney stones. It also increases the flow of bile, supports digestion, and helps break down fats. Camu camu is a berry that is known. Oh, this one is known as the densest natural source of vitamin C. It has powerful anti-inflammatory properties, guards against degenerative brain disease, improves cognitive balance, muscle tone, and is also a detoxifier. Prevents cancer, viral, bacterial infections, promotes eye health, and strengthens collagen, ligaments, and tendons in the body. It also it helps with inflammation, and it lowers your case of heart disease. It's also a holistic treatment for depression, which I thought was really interesting. Pomegranate is the most powerful antioxidant of all the fruits. It has anti-cancer and immune-supporting effects, lowers blood sugar, cholesterol, and other cardiac risk factors. It's also known to relieve depression and osteoporosis. Goji berries. This is one I've had on hand for years, and I absolutely love these. And it's crazy how expensive they are. They're actually from China and Europe. And when I was in China, when I met Keisha actually on Instagram, I purchased a huge bag of these for like $10, and it was the best thing ever. They improve your overall well-being. This is interesting. They have a UV radiation damage protection. They promote eye health. They're high in antioxidants, protect cells against cancer, and they're an anti-inflammatory. Spinach, I love spinach, but we all know what spinach is, and it's packed with protein, iron, vitamins, and minerals. It benefits skin, hair, and your bones, lowers the risk of developing asthma, cancer, high blood pressure, improves your blood glucose and control for diabetics. MSM, it's a complete crucial nutrient for our bodies. It helps us stay youthful and energetic, improves our complexion, flexibility, increases energy, it's a detoxifier, and accelerates the healing process and is an anti-inflammatory. It's the third largest nutrient found in the human body, and it's in all of our vertebrae. It's also in many, many, many foods, and it's actually an organic sulfur compound. Ashwagandha. That one's a fun one to say. It's an herb, and it's known to strengthen the immune system after illnesses. Stress, fatigue, cognitive function, anxiety, and depression are all known to be relieved by the consumption of it. It lowers cholesterol and stabilization of blood sugars, and enhanced sexual potency are some of the other benefits. Strengthens immunity, energy, focus, and helps deal with stress. Cordyceps. This one, it's a fungus that's believed to enhance athletic performance. A lot of people consume it, I guess, when they want energy boost. And it was really interesting. Ellie, who's on this call, after we talked about it before, she was telling me that they give it to animals at the zoo, which was really interesting. It improves respiratory health. It ups your oxygen uptake. It slows your aging process, and it's a detoxifier. Kale. This is one of my favorite things on the planet. It is one of the most nutrient-dense greens. It contains omega-3s, antioxidants, minerals, vitamin C, and vitamin K, which is an important nutrient in kale that's crucial for preventing blood clots. Lowers risks of cancers as well as lowering cholesterol levels. High in potassium, which is linked to reduced blood pressure. Maitake. Maitake is a mushroom which is used to treat cancer and relieve side effects from chemotherapy. Also used for HIV, AIDS, chronic fatigue syndrome, hepatitis, hay fever, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, weight loss or weight control, as well as infertility. It's an awesome immunity booster. They call it the dancing mushroom. It helps regulate glucose levels, and it's great for heart health. Reishi mushrooms. So these two, actually, before I purchased Shakeology, I was researching for these two different mushrooms because I heard about them on a superfood lecture. through my health coaching program. And then I saw that they were in Shakeology, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I remember talking to Keisha and being like, oh my gosh, like these are so awesome. I was listening to all these different experts talk about them. So these are incredible. Reishi is known as the key to immortality. It's an immunity booster and fights off common illnesses. It aids in fighting high blood pressure, high cholesterol, kidney disease, insomnia, stomach ulcers, food poisoning. It aids in stress relief and prevents fatigue. It's, known as the key to immortality, so sign me up for that. It also helps with autoimmune diseases, asthma, allergies, and it stimulates brain neurons. Lohan Go is known as the longevity fruit. So between a couple of these, I feel like we're all going to live forever. It's known to treat obesity, help with strokes, chronic fatigue, or chronic cough and sore throats. Many use it also as a natural sweetener. It's under investigation too as potential tumor inhibitors, which is pretty cool. Himalayan sea salt. It contains 84 trace minerals, which is out of control. It supports weight loss, detoxification, and balances hormones. It also lowers blood pressure, relaxes muscles and mind. It helps with sinus and respiratory issues and improves your sleep. Citrus biflavonoids, found in living fruits and vegetables. They're powerful defense against oxidative stress. They aid in maintenance of blood sugars and they're also anti-inflammatories. Reduction of muscle and joint pain, as well as faster recovery times for athletes. Grapeseed. Grapeseed is known to be beneficial to many cardiovascular conditions. Also aids in lowering cholesterol, lower risk of cancers, and helping prevent diseases related to diabetes. It's also great for skin, hair, heart health, circulation and blood flow, and flexibility in joints. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants and nutrients. It totally packs a punch, treats various diseases, improves brain function and physical performance, reduces risks of cancer, protects brain, kills bacteria, improves dental health, lowers risks of diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and helps lower your risk of becoming obese. Rose hips. They're high in iron and vitamins, as well as a ton of other different vitamins and minerals. They're a shining star in nutritional value. They're known to treat rheumatoid arthritis, reducing pain, stiffness, and inflammation, lower respiratory issues, and boost immunity. They prevent heart disease, cholesterol issues, as well as reduce risk of cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Has also anti-aging properties. Helps again with skin, hair. It's an immunity booster and cancer preventative. Sacha Inchi. It is a plant that is said to promote weight loss, reduce abdominal fat, which is amazing, fight depression, reduce cholesterol levels, prevent heart disease, and help with diabetes management. It also helps with endurance and total body health. Astragalus is a root that's known to boost immunity, improve your mood, and fight fatigue and stress. It, again, is known for its anti-aging properties. And it boosts your energy, it boosts immunity. Bilberry, which is also known as a huckleberry. It's used to improve eyesight as well as fight chronic fatigue. Used for diabetics, osteoarthritis, gout, skin and mouth infections, kidney disease, and UTIs. It's also great for eye health, and it's loaded with antioxidants. Blueberries, we all know what these are, and they are packed as well with antioxidants. They're high in fiber and vitamin C, fight against cancer and aging, as well as heart disease and high blood pressure, anti-diabetic effects, and prevents UTIs from occurring, may help reduce muscle damage after exercise. Schizandra, that one's a fun one to say. It is a shrub and it's high in antioxidants. It's an immunity booster, aids in detoxification. It's known also as a longevity herb. It supports skin health, brain health, and it combats stress and insomnia. Increase in stamina and sexual health are also effects of consumption of this. This berry is incredible for blood flow and cardiovascular system. It also boosts your energy. It helps with skin. You're, again, a great immunity booster. Cinnamon. It's a spice coming from the inner bark of a tree, loaded again with antioxidants, another anti-inflammatory, improves factors for heart disease, including cholesterol, triglycerides, and blood pressure. Beneficial effects are on neurodegenerative diseases are also known from this consumption of this spice. Protects against cancer and is a powerful anti-diabetic effect, as well as fights bacterial and fungal infections. Ginkgo. This herb is often used for memory disorders, such as Alzheimer's. It's also used for conditions linked to reduced blood flow in the brain or in the body, known to improve long-distance sight in the eyes and reverse retina damage, aids in depression, poor circulation, allergies, vertigo, headaches, and PMS. Very interesting. Memory, concentration, eye health, blood flow, and depression. It's really interesting. I feel like a lot of these ingredients too, they help with eyes and they help with our eyesight and depression, which is incredible. Moringa, total powerhouse of nutritional value, commonly used as a natural energy boost. You've probably seen those late night commercials for this wonder drug, but I don't even know what the heck is in the pills that people pop with this in it, but we have the real thing in Shakeology. It is loaded with vitamins and nutrients, 90 exactly, known to date. Aids in stabilization of blood pressure, the digestive system, and is used to treat anxiety. Juice from the leaf is a skin antiseptic. The leaves are used to treat fevers, bronchitis, eye and ear infections, and scurvy. Consumption is also believed to increase a woman's milk supply when breastfeeding. So when you have people ask if it's okay to consume while pregnant or breastfeeding, if they want more milk supply, this is awesome to have. Stevia. It's used as a sweetener straight from the plant. Studies show it can lower blood pressure, may lower blood pressure, and help fight diabetes. Studies have shown it has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer effects as well. And it has zero effect on your blood sugar. So these are the ingredients that they've currently removed from Shakeology. Amaranth, Tulsi, and acai. The top two, they've been removed just because of the source. They had said that the ability to source, it wasn't reliable and consistent. And so those have been removed. But with the amaranth, they have upped the quinoa blend. And then with the Tulsi, the holy basil, they have upped the adaptogen blend. They took out the acai because they said that it could potentially be linked to Chagas disease, but then they had no reason to believe the form that we were consuming was linked or had a concern, but they just wanted to eliminate the risk. So that is why those are out. We all get objections from, so those are all the ingredients and why we should obviously consume this incredible product, but we all get those objections. I know I've gotten, and these are the ones that I've had too. I make my own shakes. I made my own shakes for quite a while, and I wrote down this shake, this little green shake right here I went back to 2012, and it had apple, watermelon, orange, lemon, carrot, broccoli, cauliflower, flax, peppers, tomatoes, celery, parsley, grapes, spinach, charred spirulina, goji berry, and coconut oil. That sounds disgusting, and in my mind, I thought it was yummy, but I'm crazy. But that right there would be so expensive to make. So when people say I like to make my own shakes, talking like I can talk to them about, yeah, I understand that. I did too until I found this, and it all goes to the cost. It's too expensive. So breaking down the cost for people is huge. But I always get I make my own shakes, and I explain to them how I used to make my own shakes too, and this one is way easier. It's less time consuming. Chopping up all of those vegetables and fruits and like scooping things from different bags and stuff, it's a total time suck. I don't like drinking my food is one that I get often, and I will share with you that a lot of times, so like I like to chew my food too. Everybody does. So I'll make different things from Shakeology. You do not need to consume it, and you can tell your customers, clients, whatever, that they don't have to consume it through a shake form. It's delicious. We all love it that way. But sometimes I'll have it in my yogurt. Sometimes I'll have it in my oatmeal. Right here, there's, these are like little fudgy chocolate Shakeology cookies. I've made Chex Mix, the Muddy Buddies with it. I do a ton of random things. So you do not have to just consume it in a shake form. As long as you don't heat it above 115 degrees, then all the nutrients are going to stay. Once you heat it above that, then the nutrients start to disappear. But you're still going to have obviously more than what you would have before. But when people tell me that they don't want it as a shake, first I'll tell them to try it because they're going to be hooked. But then I'll tell them that they can also have it as different things, and give them some options. It's too expensive is one that we get all the time, and breaking it down with incorporating it into your grocery bill, explaining the value of what's in the product. I know that a lot of people have done this, but if you break down every single ingredient, it's over $700. So would you rather have a $130 bag, 30 servings, or would you rather have a $700 huge cabinet filled with all this random stuff that when you put it together, it doesn't end up tasting good and takes up a ton of space, takes up a ton of time. So breaking down how you felt before you tried it, that all of us looked at it and said it was expensive. And then when you try it, this is what I found. We all get those standard label questions where people just look at the label. And for some reason, I always get oh my gosh, there's so much sugar in it. And I'm like, yeah, not really. But looking at all of the different labels. In chocolate, regular chocolate, there's 6 grams of sugar. Vanilla has 7. Regular strawberry has 7. Greenberry has 6. Vegan chocolate and strawberry have 8. And then if you look at different fruits, and it's all natural occurring sugars. And so if you look at all of the different fruits, I mean, an apple itself has 12 grams of sugar. So when somebody tells me that the sugars are high, it makes me giggle. And then you can give like a diagram explaining, it's actually not high at all. And then also asking what they're eating before. Because it's definitely, they're consuming more sugar than they think. Some other common questions. Is it a whole food? Yes, it is a whole food. They take all of these products that I explained before, and they carefully bring them from the location to, I don't know where, but, and they dry all of the different ingredients. They dry them. They make sure that they're not over 115 degrees. And I guess a couple years ago, before they released the strawberry vegan, the way that the drying process was working wasn't good enough. And so they actually pushed back the release date because it wasn't up to their standards. So they take this whole food from a plant and then they bring it somewhere, they dry it to a certain standard, and then they grind it up. So yes, it's a whole food. No, it's not processed. If you want to consider it being a whole food, taken and blended, if that's processed, then sure, I guess you could say it's processed. But no, it's not. And because a lot of people are trying to be, I don't want to say, they're trying to get you. How do you know? Well, I personally am not there when they go pick something and they bring it somewhere and they dry it and then they grind it. But Beachbody, the way that they stand with integrity, like they're not going to, we don't know for sure, but we do know for sure because this company is incredible and they're not going to do something differently than they say. And a lot of people, it's what do you mean it's not just a protein shake? So talking to them about the ingredients and why we don't only, like, as Americans, if you're eating a decent, healthy diet, our protein levels are fine. But what's lacking is the nutrients. So talking to them more about the nutrients instead of like, oh, you need protein because you're working out and you want to get all big and buff. That's not what we need. We need nutrients. And what makes it different? I mean, look at all of these superfoods. I've seen a couple different shakes try to come close, but they don't have nearly as many ingredients and they don't taste as good. So I've had people do like taste tests where I'll have them buy something if they absolutely refuse, and then they'll buy it and they'll end up returning it or throwing it away and they'll get Shakeology because, for one, other things don't taste as good. They don't have nearly as many ingredients and you're not going to feel as good. And it just does, nothing works the same as this. So those are some of the common questions that I get. And now that you have an idea of what you're consuming when you're eating or drinking Shakeology, this stuff is like a complete party for your body in one bag. It truly is nutrition simplified. So that is all I have. Do you have any questions at all? Uh-oh. It disappeared. Oh, thank you. You can shoot me a message, a private message if you want to. I saw that there was a question up there. I haven't done a test Shakeology group. That's actually a really good idea. Yay. Awesome. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. I'm going to stop podcasting.
Thank you so much, Casey. This has been... Okay, we had a little echo there, but this is perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping to get, just kind of more of a breakdown. I know for myself, I had someone who was giving the price objection yesterday on Shakeology, and as I explained to her a little bit more, I had 2 ingredients that I've really memorized the benefits of, and I always just share those 2 ingredients. And even just knowing 2 things memorized has really helped me in my business to show people the value of this. And now I feel like I have so much more to use as in my toolbox to kind of share. But, maybe for you guys, each one of you, you're thinking, okay, there's no way I'm going to remember all of this, but maybe Casey's willing that we could share these slides in the team page, and you can look at this and just say, I'm going to memorize 2 things that are most relevant for me. Maybe I get a lot of moms complaining or curious about how this can help it, and I thought that was really interesting. I'd never known that one of these ingredients helps with your milk supply. So anyways, just a couple of tips. Memorize 2 of them that can help you, and hopefully we can look at these slides. But thank you so much for getting on this call, Casey. It has been a pleasure, and you guys can post questions in the team page. So thank you guys for getting on, and I'll have a recording up in the team page later on today. Have a good day.